All right, moving on. Question 5 here. This was the number one question that tricked everyone, I guess. Uh, Hardly anyone got this one right. It's like 30%. So, assuming that these two shapes are similar, figure out FG. Okay. So, because these two shapes are similar, that means that the ratio of their corresponding sides are equal. It's just like the things are proportional is the idea, right? The corresponding sides are proportional. So this BA, the 5 centimeters, that's going to correspond to the 8. Okay, so we could say 5/8 is equal, and then it would be 9/x. Okay, so and the reason it's 9/x instead of x/9 is because we started with the 5 on top. And since we're talking about that shape, the one that's on the left, we would have to say, the 9 has to be on top on the right-hand side. Okay. Cross multiply. It'll give you 5x. And then 9 times 8 will give you 72. And then you'll divide those two numbers, divide by 5. And so x is going to equal 72 divided by 5, which is 14.4. Okay. 14.4. So another way that you could have set up that proportion, instead of 5/8 is equal to 9/x, you could have said 5/9 is equal to 8/x, and that would have worked as well. All right. I'm just saying, like, according to one shape, all right, I'm comparing, the vertical side to the horizontal side. So that 5/9 should be equal to this vertical side to that horizontal side right there. The way that you could go about checking your answer, I suppose, is figure out what you would have to multiply by in order to get, like, across the sea is what I'm thinking. But how would you get from 5 to this 8? Because whatever you multiply the 5 by to get 8 is what you would multiply the 9 by to get your answer. Okay, and if you do the math here, it's 8 divided by 5, that gives you 1.6. So if you take 5 and times it by 1.6, that gives you 8. And if you take 9 and multiply it by 1.6, that should give you your answer for x. And if you check 9 times 1.6, it does equal 14.4. Right? So the idea is that these two rectangles, they relate to each other by a factor of 1.6. That's the number that you would multiply by to get from one to the other.